Thank you all for coming. Welcome to this session. So today I thought we will try something different. We have been going on very much into intellectualizing all the concepts. Of course, Bhagavad way of understanding is, it's all intellectual. But then it doesn't get us anywhere unless we are able to relate to that, unless we are able to kind of connect to what we're talking. So today we will do something experiential, and then we will, we'll go back and forth in trying to understand what we experience and then experience what we understood and on. And so at least when we have conflicts, we will be able to clarify that. Are you able to hear me well?
Yes, very much.
Okay. Thank you, Babla. All right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. So before we get started, is there any feedback or you go into real life, you're talking about few things in the session, and then how is it showing up for you? Is there anything you would like to share? Anything that's conflicting, or you wonder I don't think, it is, yeah, whatever you say makes sense, but it's not like that in the real life. Is there anything like that that's going on you would like to share? Please do not hesitate. You can be open, and there is no right or wrong point of views. This session is created for you. So if it is not helping us progress or helping us connect and making any sense, then we have to clarify that. We can definitely take a detour, slow down, reflect on that, clarify, and then move on. There is no rush. Would anybody like to chime in? I see a reflecting face with Sonal. It's like, is it something? Should we share or not? Maybe not a big deal. Yeah, Anjana is joining us too. I'm not trying to put you on spot, Sonal, just, yeah. So whatever we discussed, is there any relevance that's showing up? Because our life is live, right? It's not a recorded Zoom session. So when we go back to our life, when we talk with the people we are with, and then we emote a lot, and then we are also doing a lot of actions. So how is that playing out? I'm not able to hear you, Ma. Sonal, can you please unmute?
Hi, Hema, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can I share a few things?
Yes, please. Yeah. Yes. Please, Sonal, after Sudhisan, please, you may. Yeah, Sudhisan.
Yes, okay, I'm sorry, I don't know that somebody's waiting in the line.
No, that's all right.
Okay. Okay, basically, Hema, what is happening to me is currently quite significant. Where first thing is uh, the heaviness, the thing that we think always that spirituality is something very difficult, far away, think about few life births to attain it. That one thing is clear from me. I don't think so. It takes such a long time. I don't think so. It's a very difficult path. I think that's uh, one thing is make me feel 50% less weight. I feel like I'm much more relaxed on that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The second thing is the frequent awareness keep coming. That indicating that I'm missing. I don't know whether I'm using a right word or not, but the awareness is still keep coming. That the last few days is what is actually happening is there's no such thing right and wrong. There's no such thing right thought or negative thought or positive thought. It's just a thought. And another one more thing I keep reminding me is, it's not that I'm reminding myself. There's something within me is reminding that I'm stop labeling any emotion as as that emotion as anger. That particular emotion is a sad, jealous, or whatever it is. For me, whenever it's come, I just recognize that, accept that, I just move on. Where I stop branding that thought, or I condition the thought as a whatever the emotion that is named after that. You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
You're talking about the labeling of the emotions. So
Yeah, yeah. So these two things is this is what happening, because for last 10 days ago, I have so much of emotions. I don't know, so much of emotions coming in and out. I don't know why, beyond my control. I'm getting so angry. I'm getting so sad. I feel like I'm lost. So slowly, it's from that phase, it's moved to this phase. From that, I'm slowly coming to the awareness. Then I'm then the second part is slowly. It's not I'm doing actually. It's naturally is moving from me from on from how to say, it's not about one level, from one section to another section.
okay.
So this last 2 3 days, because I didn't, sorry, I didn't attend this class last week. So for last 3 days, this is what is keep
Okay.
coming into me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Sudhisan. So the first thing what you said is, if I get you right, like you're starting to feel that maybe this is not such a big deal. Maybe this is something simple, or maybe this is something easy, or maybe it's just like, I could get this lifetime or now, or so it's not like such a like a monster like um, challenge that we were
Yeah,
told. So in that context, I would just like to like shed a little bit more light towards what you already are aware of. You're right, this is
okay.
very this is not such a complicated thing, but then it was looking complicated for us before, right? So then if we become curious about that, the reason why it was looking so hard and challenging, that was also true for us. It is like, for example, if we want to go towards North Pole to visit the polar bear, and we are heading the journey towards that, but even without us realizing, see, if we continue our journey properly with a certain plan, we might get to North Pole. But all the route that was given to us, the map that was given to us, was directing us towards the South Pole. Like all the meditations and everything, it is like what we were trying to do was tune ourselves, hold a particular psychological landscape within ourselves. So because that's what we thought enlightenment was, that's what we thought liberation was. So that blissful experience, if we are able to extend, then that will be enlightenment. So then we were traveling, we were putting our efforts, we were working hard, but then we were doing it all in the opposite direction. So we were going in the South Pole, towards South Pole. So the distance was getting far and far and far. It is true that yes, we were getting so away. Yes, it was very difficult. Yes, it was challenging, not because of the very fact of its nature that it's challenging or difficult and it's reserved for only few lucky people. It's just because we were given such a map where we were taking totally opposite journey. So now somebody put us, like turned us back, like about turn, and then we are heading, and very soon, I hope we realize wherever we stand right now under our feet is where we were trying to go, where we were trying to reach. So that is why
Yeah,
that complexity, and that, so in Bhagavad path, the most of the work is done before even showing what is the right thing, or what is the truth, or what enlightenment is. The most of the work is done in clarifying what enlightenment is not. So in breaking down all those like preconceived notions and conclusions. So because if this is just an understanding, if this is just a knowledge, what we are trying to do is take away all the avidya or the ignorance or like whatever wrong perceptions we had. Then when all the wrong perceptions is shattered, then we don't have to go anywhere. Right in front of us is the right perception. So that is how the shift happens, and that's why they say it's very instantaneous, and it's not like, with effort, or it takes time. So that's a beautiful reflection that you had. And yeah, and another thing is, now that it's just energy. It's just a knife, like you could use to cut vegetables, or really pierce into somebody to kill someone. It's just a tool. It's just so it's just an energy. So maybe you're tired of labeling it as anger, and then you have to deal with it, or you're tired of dealing it with shame and then have to get over it, or so that labeling is slowly coming down and moving towards a neutrality. It doesn't mean that energy is going away. You would still get that energy. So basically, emotion is energy in motion. So then now we see it as energy, a neutral thing. Then slowly that space is developing in you where, okay, maybe I have a choice to use that energy or may not. So you may not be there yet, maybe, but in terms of understanding, but that's what is happening, I think, internally, not labeling it. So thank you for sharing that. To you, Sonal. Before that, does it make sense, Deesan?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Thank you so much for it.
thank you. Yeah, Sonal, please.
Later, I need to ask you questions. Later, but I'll ask.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Sonal. We are not able to hear you. Okay, I take this moment to welcome all the other new participants. Welcome to this space where we explore Shri Bhagavath's path of understanding. Basically, just to discover about ourselves and what we could control and what we could not. Then why we do that? Maybe some of us are seekers, but many of us are just like, figuring out life wherever we are. And there are so many overwhelming things that are happening in our lives. Maybe we feel stuck at some point and we want to kind of move on, but we are not able to. So we are just exploring different aspects of ourselves, discovering ourselves, and then how we relate to the world, so that we can live a better life for ourselves and others. And so this is a space where both seekers and sufferers. I have been a seeker, I have been a sufferer. So it doesn't matter what level we are, the more intense, the more better, the more opportunities to kind of like understand this more clearly. So I welcome you all to the space, and please turn your cameras on. It helps everybody feel like, we are talking to real people and we could connect and people could converse. So Sonal, are we? Okay.
Hema.
Yay, we got it.
Yeah, hi.
I love your determination. Thank you. Please share.
So my laptop, I don't know what problem went, so it's not connecting. But after listening you, I'm able to control like emotions. Sometimes they are coming very rigorously, like aggressive, like some emotions. But I'm not now able to like calm down easily and make me like it's like kind of flow and it will be settled down. Like I got understanding about that.
That's beautiful. If I may, I just want to say, you are not really controlling the emotion.
Just
Like you're able to handle the situation.
Yeah.
Let's use that word. So it's like, yes, I am getting so mad, but I'm able to handle it without losing it.
Correct.
Yes, because then there is no suppression or repression, so that's lovely to hear. Thank you. And yeah, so is there if anyone else would like to say something? So what we were asking for is like a real-time feedback. we might sit and discuss many things hypothetically, theoretically, would make us feel like scholars. We got it all intellectually. But then when we go into a real life, when things happen, when we get triggered, do we, like, we don't have to be able to handle it even, but at least are we able to become aware, oh, this is how it's happening. Maybe I'm, it's still overpowering, or what's going on, maybe about us or even about the other people when people act out. If you have any such experiences or something you would like to share, you may please. If not, give me a thumbs up. We will go ahead into today's discussion.
I just wanted to.
Yes.
Paramasivam.
Yes. I'm not able to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So I was referred through Shyam Obla. He's my friend, close friend actually. He introduced me. I'm very new. Hello to everybody. As you said, I'm also a sufferer and a seeker.
Welcome to the club.
I have seen IS speak a couple of videos and a couple of others from the Bhagavad group. So, I'll try to attend as much as, it's the working hours for us. So I just wanted to, dial in and listen in for a few minutes. But thank you so much, Hema. I've heard great things about you from Shyam. So looking forward to learning from you. So I'm a learner seeker. So, and hello to everybody. So. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to the space, Sukumar. Thank you so much. We are getting more interest from the, in the US area, and I'm very well aware. This is my work, so I have it during the daytime. But many of the people who want to, participate are not able to because it's working hours for them. They have a day job. So this is my day job. So we would figure out a time that works for us, maybe over a weekend or something, and we would start that parallelly. But it's nice to see, and nice to see you. And when we say seekers and sufferers, it's not really labeling, but see, what is the point of living life? The more we suffer, the more we seek, and the more we make mistakes, the more we learn. It means that we are living our life. It means that we have a life, in fact. So no, it's given in a positive frame. So yeah, thank you. Welcome to the thing, to the space. So today what we're going to do is, I will be sharing the link for the previous sessions, so you can check that out later on your free time. And so today I'm going to open up the forum. Everybody can just answer in one word, please. So I'm going to be asking something. So don't think too much. Don't make it so intellectual, but answer me spontaneously. Okay. So only then we will be very authentic. So this will be fun, I think. So I'll start with Babalal sir. So what is the most favorite feeling or a state of mind for you, Babalal sir? I know what you're going to answer, but please play the game. So what is your favorite feeling? Or like when people make you feel, or what is your favorite feeling?
Favorite feeling is actually free feeling,
Freedom. Okay. And what is one feeling that you cannot stand? It really gets you, and it's a trigger.
There is no such a feeling like that. All comes and goes.
Okay. We are going to put that
not that comes and stays, it comes and goes.
Yeah, it comes and goes. But which is one thing, like, for example, you will take anything else. Of course, you're handling all those things beautifully because we have learned that. But what is one thing that it really gets you? Like,
if you want me to say, the worst of all the thing is the fear.
Fear. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will go next. For me, if people expect me to be so way more patient than I could, it kind of gets the worst in me, and I get irritated. I get irritated soon. So irritation is something that comes soon, and especially these days. And the feeling I love to be is the freedom, the freeness. Yeah. So on to you, Rajesh.
Yeah. So, could you please repeat that question? I
Don't think too much. Be spontaneous, and whatever comes out, just pop out. What is a feeling that you love, like
Okay.
favorite feeling?
Depends on different times, but nowadays, if you take when I'm working, if I get an interesting idea, if I get an interesting work, I'm really involved with it, and then very nice ideas pop in my mind, and I'm able to handle that job very nicely. That gives a good kind of.
Curiosity.
Not really curiosity. Of course, curiosity is involved, but with the curiosity comes a little bit of work, and then on that particular subject, and then if some good ideas come into my mind, and I'm able to implement that in my work, that gives a kind of satisfaction. I don't know.
The satisfaction is the feeling. You feel,
Yeah.
like completely able, satisfied.
Yeah, but there are many things, but I think that I would try to tell the other thing, the bad feeling. That is more important to me.
Yeah.
The bad feeling is the problem I'm facing nowadays is I have almost everything what I want, not at least what I need. Right as you described, right in front of me. I need not go anywhere. Everything has come to me. Previously, I used to go to different places to get what I want, and then it will be like a lot of traveling, and all those things were involved. But now everything is peaceful and everything is right in front of me. And now the question is, it's more like now watching a movie which doesn't have any kind of story in it. Like when you go for a movie, you are expecting a nice drama, thriller, suspense, some action, something. But now it's like everything is there. Life is peaceful, happy, no problem. But now it's the thing is,
Is everything like the award movies on Sundays?
it's in a way, it's nice actually, but at the same time, there is a inner feeling that, what is there? Like,
Whatever.
I don't know you understand it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like,
That makes total sense. It's like, yeah, whatever, kind of. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Anjana, off to you, please.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Favorite feeling, I would say again, freedom only.
Okay.
Freedom with
Say that again.
freedom.
Okay.
Freedom with everything. That's what I say.
Okay. So what do you feel when you're free? Like,
I feel peaceful. I feel joyous.
peaceful joy. Okay. Yeah. So because freedom could mean a lot of things for different people. So yeah, that's a peaceful and joyful feeling you love. Okay. What is the thing that you cannot stand or you cannot take?
When I have to repeat myself, I have to explain things again and again or repeat myself.
Is it
and the other not ready to understand or not understanding?
Not feeling understood. Is that right? Not feeling understood. And not feeling understood, what does that make you feel?
Just a second. Maybe irritation, anger.
Yeah. So as we are having this dialogue, what I would like us to really become curious is immediately something comes, and then the same emotion has so many different shades. Just for understanding, we are still labeling all these emotions. And because when we study emotions in emotional intelligence, there are core emotions. And then with permutation combination, you know, like in the same batter, you could mix different things and make different dishes. We can do the different combinations and we get different shades of, you know, emotions. So, all right. Thank you, Anjana. If I may, Sandeep ji, what's your favorite feeling? Can you hear us? Yeah.
Have you asked me?
Yes, I was asking you. So what's your favorite feeling?
My favorite feeling is if I am, you know, around with good people, right? And loving people, in the company of loving people, I get, you know, very emotional when I find with good people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the company of bad people. So this
So
is my...
when you are with the good people that are loving,
I feel
how
good.
does it
I
make
feel
you
good.
feel? You feel good. You feel safe.
Yeah.
You feel good.
Yes.
Okay. And
the bad feeling is when there is, you know, there is suffering, and if I find people are suffering, and you know, and people are, if someone is in trouble, so my mind always go to that thing, whether it is related to my suffering or somebody else's suffering. So I start thinking about, then I feel, you know, it's not good. You should stop it. You should accept all the things as it is,
Mhm.
right? And we should not be suffer more by thinking about the suffering. So,
so
so
when you
that
see
thing,
people, when you
that thing disturbs me. That thing disturbs me when I see suffering and pain, or even for myself also, for others also. And why there is lot of suffering here in the life, and why sometimes, so these types of question arises in my mind, you know,
and
why we are here, and why we are in pain, why we are suffering, right? What is the purpose of our life? All these questions arises.
so all the big
So
questions of,
I am interacting first time here in the group and talking, right? And in
can
fact,
I ask you?
I wanted to talk to you personally also.
Yeah. Can I ask you something, Sandeep ji? So when you see the suffering, how does it make you feel? Like when you see, you said you're disturbed. When you're disturbed, what do you feel?
Mm, uh, there was not a good feeling. That's it, you
Not
know.
good. Yeah, when you're with
Yeah.
loving people, you feel good. When you see the sorrow and pain, you just, it's disturbing. It's not good. Okay, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing. Yeah. And if I may ask, Sukumar, are you able to participate? If you're at work, it's okay. If you're able to, if you would like to.
Yeah, I think probably. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, very much.
Okay. So I would say, yeah, being with friends and family people, any kind of enjoyment, happy moments is what spending time with the kids. Any the quality time that we spend without headaches, without dramas. Yes, those things.
Without headaches, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, it's good, right? I mean, you'll know the quality time versus not so great quality time, right?
Okay.
But then we are dealing on mind, right? So one day, good friend, yes, is good. Another day, probably is down, and anything can happen. But the outcome is you will know, your mind will know. Yes, today I had some good time. That's a good feel. For me, I also spend time with reading. So sometimes reading books or watching some quality stuff on YouTube is also a mini vacation. Gives me happiness, right?
So, if I may ask, if when you have a quality time, What does it give you?
I think, you have peace. You kind of feel like, it was well spent, right? The time was well spent. Whatever time, we all have to work, we have so many challenges at work, but, the quality time is, you don't always look for any quality time at work, because there you just need to discharge your, right? So quality time is with your friends and family, right? And friends and family, they're like weather. They're not always the same, right? It's unpredictable, right? So you have to deal with it,
Yes.
And
yeah.
And the second question, later question that you have is, I think, mainly from work, I think pressure, confusion, not able to meet the deadlines, bosses screaming,
Yes.
customers, all those things, right? That gives, stress and the feeling that you're not, happy with, but you just need to put up with it.
Yes. No other, no option but to put up. Yeah, I understand. A little helpless, powerless kind of, Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And Sudhisan, what is the favorite feeling for you? Don't think too much. Unmute and please talk.
No, I just offline about 10 years ago. What's the question?
The question is, what is your favorite feeling, and what is one feeling that's like, you really, that kind of, it's all about Sudhisan.
Now?
Calm. And what is one feeling that kind of gets you, that you cannot stand?
Honestly, Hema, nowadays, no, don't have that much. I never segregate that. The feeling I like, I don't like.
I know you said you're not labeling all those emotions and all that, but I'm just like inviting you to play this. So like, not just within us, like even when we see somebody else, say for example, if they do like a mediocre job or something, like it could be from anybody, not within us, but something, it kind of like gets us.
So things is happening outside of me, is it? So which is I'm observing, which I feel nice about that, is it? Are you asking about
something that you don't like to feel?
Something which I don't like. I don't like if somebody talk nonsense.
Somebody?
If they talk nonsense.
Nonsense. Somebody speak nonsense.
Somebody, let's say if within me I feel that it makes sense, but they will argue with me that doesn't make sense to them. So that kind of situation is making me very I don't feel nice about that.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's what we were looking at. Yes, Sonal, please. Unmute, ma.
Yeah, spending time with friends and family, and going to trip to unknown beautiful places, and see the natural beauty.
Those are the things you do, you have to do. What feeling does that give you when you do all those things?
I feel like happiness, and by nature, seeing natural things, I find peace.
Peace and happiness. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the feeling
which is I don't like? Some people are talking for bad things about people. So if I observing somebody and he is good for me, and if I am knowing somebody else from them bad things, so it's not good feeling comes from me, like gossiping kind of mostly.
No, but gossiping is an action. When people gossip, how does it make you feel?
Sometimes people are blaming or complaining about somebody else, then I feel bad about that thing, like why they are doing this thing.
Yeah, you feel bad. It makes you feel bad. Okay. So we could go deeper with that conversation, like why do we feel bad when somebody else is complaining or gossiping?
Yeah.
Then Maybe it's because somewhere we feel guilty because we are part of that even without our choice or something like that.
Like that.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And Krishna Sharma, could you please unmute? Unmute, please. You're still muted, sir.
Now it is okay?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes. Super. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a passive participant only.
Okay.
I'm not a
No
active
worries.
person.
Yeah. Just you can answer it's a single word. Like, what is your favorite feeling? And what is
Always
your
fulfillment. Always happiness and fulfillment of the thing, whatever I thought.
Okay. And what is the thing you cannot stand?
Laziness.
Laziness. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I think we covered everyone in the room. Did anybody see a pattern in all of us saying something? See, this is not going to be a lifelong, we are only going to like this feeling, or lifelong we are going to hate, but whatever came spontaneously, is anyone able to see a pattern of that?
Everyone looks for happiness first.
Yeah. If we
No.
see, yeah, please go ahead.
Second thing is, nobody wants unhappiness. This is a common factor in all the people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to feel good, but when we actually look into each emotion, like see, we are all unique individuals, but one thing is the emotions are common, right? So the emotions are common even though we are super unique. But then whatever I love to feel, whatever is my favorite feeling, is something I would love to feel, and I will do anything and everything if that is the outcome. Like, for example, I think it was Rajesh, I think. So we make choices, we make decisions, or we act, and we do all the things. If somebody tells us, see, ultimately, if this is where it leads to, for example, Sonal would, take the different options, like to go be in the nature, to do this or whatever. Or tomorrow, if I tell her, if you do this, you will, you will exactly feel like this and all that, then she will be willing to try. So our whole life comes through this filter of what we tend to, what we want to tend to wanting to feel more. That will be the filters. So we will do more of that to feel that. And we will avoid as much as we can to our power. I mean, sometimes, like how Sukumar said, sometimes we have to put up with the work, even though, you can't complain and all that. So as much as we can, we try to avoid that feeling. So for example, even in his case, like he might, because when we don't like the stress, we will try to do everything so we don't get stressed, right? So either we always move towards all our actions, if you see, would be through this filter. It has to come through this filter. If I'm going to get this feeling, then I'm naturally motivated towards that, unconsciously, consciously, whatever. And when I don't like this feeling, then I will do anything and everything to my capacity, to my possible, extent in my space or whatever that is, to avoid that, because that's not what I want to feel. So again, consciously and unconsciously. So we always have this filter, no matter what. So all our actions are filtered through our favorite feeling and the most horrible feeling, that we are scared. Now, another beautiful thing that came through this discussion was, did you notice that actually, in fact, whatever we love and whatever we hate, those two feelings are exactly one and the same. Like, for example, if I don't feel free, I am going to be irritated. That's for me, right? And for Sandeep, if he doesn't feel good, like if he sees a suffering and all that, then those sufferings and everything is making him feel bad. And for Krishna Sharma, he said he wants to be, like fulfilled, perfect, like things are happening properly. And when people are lazy, or like, when that's not done, or whatever that is, it is the other side of the same thing. I like this, which means I don't like it if that is not present. Are we able to see that? It's like, if we simplify to that, it everything bottom lines to that. If I say I like red, I don't like green, that makes sense. But all we are saying is we like red, so I don't like anything other than red. So we are always like, it's like a compass that drives us. So for Babalal sir, he said it's the freedom. So whenever we are in a situation where we are so scared, or fear pops out and we are not able to deal with that and all that, what it means is then we are strangled. I'm not able to feel free. So when the freedom doesn't get an expression, then I feel fear. But if I don't feel fear, then I'm free. It's always like that. So now, like I think for Rajesh, I think. So he said, like, anything that you feel interesting, involved, you're learning, you're getting involved, and it's engaging. You feel you are in that, you're engaged, then that's the feeling he likes. And nowadays, this may not have been the case before, but nowadays, what he said, like when he said like, I'm like kind of indifferent. Whatever, yeah. So like and beautiful example he said was like, previously we used to go for the movie for entertainment, yeah, or at least thrilling drama, romance, something, right? Somebody kills somebody and then we find out who killed, and all the suspense and drama, all that. But now everything feels like a flat line. It's not so much interesting anymore, or like, so then that's something. It's not like really a bothersome feeling, but that's something he doesn't like. So you see, it's the same thing. He loves to be engaged, he loves to be involved. And so whenever that is not there, and there is an indifference, then he's not engaged. We are not relevant anymore, and that we don't like. And for me, when I'm really free, when I'm in the right sense, like especially when my son, I get irritated these days a little bit more towards this absent-mindedness, but it's just like I feel like, I'm a failure and I'm not able to handle that, and I get irritated. And so it's the same thing. I'm not able to feel free, and I feel strangled. Right? Okay. So so all these things we when we see, it is, we are human beings, but we are actually feeling beings. We live for that feeling, and we will die for that feeling, and we will not do something for that feeling, and we will do anything to avoid that feeling. Everything. And eventually, what does this enlightenment has to do is, in a very bottom line, it gives access to really, it gives permission to really become feeling beings, to saying yes for all the feelings or whatever. We will get into how we do that, but that's all is the whole purpose. And so we are not self-conflicted. See, now another observation after we did this is, see, we love ourselves when we are in the feeling that we like. the version of ourselves. Like when we are peaceful, when Anjana is joyful. Yeah, when Anjana said, when she is, the good feeling is the peace and the joy. And the thing that we resist is that, it's when those things are not allowed to get expression, then that irritation, anger, especially she's like, when I have to repeat myself over and over again, when I have to explain to somebody, when I'm not understood, that anger, that frustration. And then what it makes is like, I'm not being able to be joyful. I'm not being, so it's the same thing, one and the same thing, but it manifests in so many different ways. So one thing is like, if I have to explain it over and over, why can't you understand me? Or like, why am I being misunderstood? And even one more person said, making sense is what, for me also is like, if somebody understands me and if I understand, I'm at peace. But if I can't, like, even when I'm reading something, if I don't know one word, I cannot proceed further. I will be stuck there until that makes sense. So it's always the same thing that's driving us. If you see marketing, advertising, anything and everything, the whole world is operating only to catch our feeling, to feed our feelings, and then to scare us with all the feelings that we don't want to feel. The whole insurance company works on making us scared of the whole imaginary thing. What if this happens? What if that happens? I have car insurance, I have home insurance, I have renter's insurance, I have owner's insurance, I have health insurance, I have whatever damn insurance. But it's all like, the whole the capital is the fear, human fear. I mean, of course, we need to be proactive and preventative and all that, but that's a whole thing. So if you see, not just us, everybody, like we see our spouse, our teacher, or our student, or child, or like whatever it is. If we are able to, like, motivation is basically, I'm like, okay, if you do this, you will be able to feel this, then, we tend to be motivated. If we know that, no, that is going to make us feel otherwise, then we are not motivated. So the whole game is, we are chasing a feeling, we are running away from a feeling. But the irony is that it's the same feeling. We want to run towards one feeling so much, and we are running away from the other side of it so much. So this is like you could just observe around you, and this is all there is to it. Okay, now, and one more interesting thing. Now, I like myself. I like Hema. I like to see myself whenever I'm free. I'm feeling that feeling. If I'm with Sonal and I'm able to feel free in her house, and I'm able to express the ways I'm able to express, and she's listening and all that, I will feel free. Then I would say I like her, but actually what I'm saying is I like the version of myself. And the same way, if I do something useful, I feel purposeful, I like that version of myself. I like the version of like, oh, I'm a learner, I'm a seeker, I'm doing this beautifully, and I love myself and I'm enjoy. What else could I do? That's the version that's so beautiful. So everybody loves our own self, the version of ourselves, when we are in that feeling. And now the game is, what happens when we are feeling the feelings that we are so scared of, so afraid of, that we want to get rid of, and we just can't stand. It's, for example, when I'm irritated, like I don't like myself. I don't like the way I'm showing up. And when I'm scared, it's not myself. I don't like the version of me, because I've seen better version of me. I know how great I am when I feel free, and I can't even take myself when I'm feeling scared. It's so natural and normal. The more we are a perfectionist, like we know how to do things perfectly, purposefully, we will be so annoyed by laziness, or like when we are not able to do some things, or when things are beyond control. Like we simply cannot stand it. And when I love being understood, say for example, if this room has like 4 more people who are in a different frequency, who thought that this was like an entertainment show, okay, so when they come, I will feel irritated because they are not understanding me, and they will feel irritated with me also, even though whatever I say. So it is all, everything is just this game. The version we become with an experience that comes in, the feeling we feel is either very much what we want, very much what we like, and the other thing is very much we just can't stand. It's basically that version of us we don't like. So now I'm going to park here, and if there is any questions or discussions, please feel free to chime in. Is that relevant? Is that making sense? Or like, is there anything that went on? Would you like to add something?
Yeah, that's a good something very new to me. Can you hear me out?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So yeah, we're constantly looking for something nice to about ourselves. So whatever we are doing towards that, approach towards that. So whatever we're doing, we want to make sure that ourselves is feel nice, isn't it? So is that a wrong thing to do?
No, we will get into that. It's not.
Right?
Not at all.
Is it right? Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's a beautiful viewpoint. If we really see, yeah, we can read all the texts, and it's at the end of the day, it's just one feeling that we are chasing. It's one feeling we are running away from. The whole game is just around that. Anyone else? Please feel free to share any random idea, anything you see, because all of your presence brings and adds value to this space.
Hema, can I say one word
Please.
for his question?
Please, yeah.
Fruits have got different tastes. Okay, but still they are fruits only.
You might have to explain that philosophical Zen statement.
No, he is asking question, no? Okay, for his question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You may have a bitter fruit, you may have a sweet fruit. Okay, different kinds of fruits will be there. But still it is coming under the banner of fruits. So you may have different kinds of feelings, but still under the banner of feelings. Okay, all are under the banner of fruits only.
Yeah.
Anyway, that you are going to touch in the future classes under one umbrella. Okay.
So
that is what you have told him.
Yeah, what Babala sir is saying is, it might be joy for Anjana, and misunderstood is that, and for you it might be different. For me it might be different. But feelings are feelings. There's always that one thing. See, even for me, in different stages of life, and even different incidents or different people or different environment, it could be different. But end of the day, it is one, like, it is not like, when I say one, it's not the only one single emotion or feeling. What I'm trying to say is, it's the feeling that we chase, it's the feeling we want to avoid. It could be different at different places, but it's all a feeling game. That's what Babalal sir was trying to say. So for each one of us, it might be different, and it could be different in different context and stages. But that's the thing. So the whole game is to chase a feeling that we like, and to run away and avoid at whatever cost, and avoid that feeling we don't like. And in the spiritual, or in a different context, we say that whatever makes us, what do we like? We like to feel good. That is pleasure. So pleasure, we don't have to go into so deep, like as so pleasure is something, like substance pleasure or this and that. It's simply, it's like a feeling good. So we like to feel good. We hate to feel the pain. We don't like pain, because when we don't feel good, we are in pain. And when we don't feel pain, we are relieved, we feel good. So that is all there is. So the pain and the pleasure, the feeling, when we say pain and pleasure, many people get so confused and misunderstood, like in very heavy terms. It's basically, if I want to be free, but I don't like to be, I don't like to be told what to do. When somebody says it, it annoys me, irritates me. It's basically the same feeling. I'm not having that autonomously. So when you're joyful and innocent, and then in another place it's so dark and heavy, so we don't like that. So to your question, it's a beautiful question, Subhishan. Like, so is it wrong? No, we are designed, we could feel. Yes, we see the animals have the feelings for their young ones and all that, but that's a different thing. But we live for feelings. We do things for feeling, and we will kill for feeling. If you really see the history, either people went into war for a girl, they want, so they want to have that feeling, or when they lose it, they cannot tolerate that feeling, or they want that power, that feeling of, like, having everything under their control, or losing that. So it is always a feeling in history, in our life. Like, human beings are designed to that, designed for that. So there's nothing wrong. Okay, there's literally nothing wrong. That's how we are designed to. But then are we designed to suffer? So we will get into that now. So let's just close our eyes, and like everyone said one favorite feeling, right? So I'm going to have a timer, not more, like just 30 seconds. I would like you to feel that feeling for 30 seconds. Okay, let me start the timer. So whoever said the favorite feeling. So whoever said joy, feel joy. Whoever feel peace, feel peace. Whoever wants to feel good, feel good. Please try to feel that feeling. So how many of you were able to feel the feeling? It's your favorite feeling. It's a very relevant feeling. Yeah, Anjana was able to feel the joy. Sonal, unmute, please.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah,
Yeah. I also feel like a very quiet, like very peaceful and joyful moment.
Okay, very nice. And Sudhisan?
No, I don't feel any.
Okay. And Sharma sir, were you able to feel?
Yes.
Okay. Sandeep, were you feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, because it's so familiar, we are also, we are fond of that feeling, whatever we said. 1 more minute. Please take the time. And Sudhisan, try hard this time. So yeah, let's go and feel the feeling. Okay, thank you. I love the participation. So who was able to have that feeling this time also? Sonal still feeling?
Yeah.
Okay. Krishna sir, you were able to. Anjana is still able to. Strong. Yeah, you're going strong. Okay. Sandeep sir, do you still feel good?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So this one, did you try hard? No, it's not working for him. Okay, fine. So now you were able to extend for a few seconds. You were able to 30 seconds, and then for a minute, you are going strong, Anjana. Joyful, joyful, joyful. And now I'm going to, like, we are going to be another 15 minutes in this call, and we will be wrapping up this week's session. So if I'm going to ask you to feel that favorite feeling for the rest of 15 minutes, how many of you are confident that you would be able to make it? 100% Agmark feeling. Already Anjana is giving me that look. Feeling joyful, peaceful. Arey yaar, how many times do I have to explain to you? You will be able to, Sonal. Wow, awesome. You will be able to feel peaceful for 15 more minutes. Okay, now my question goes back. Already Sudhisan gave up. Okay, I'm not playing. Maybe Krishna said, would you be able to feel that useful, purposeful for another 15 minutes?
I can't say totally.
Yeah, we can't say, but Sonal goes strong. Okay, Sonal, this, and Anjana is not even saying anything. Okay, so now, Sonal, so it's you are on EST time, right? Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be lunchtime, but I'm saying like Central.
Yeah.
Okay, so another 2 hours. Could you be peaceful, like beyond lunch hours until 2 o'clock?
I'm not sure.
You can go sit under the tree, be in the nature, be close with the nature, but no food.
I can't do that.
So, so when you said you had that feeling, that is true, you had it. When you said you were able to have it for 1 minute, yes, that is true. Krishna sir was also able to do. And then he said, maybe I'm not sure. But Sudhisan first round out, duck out. He was not able to feel the favorite feeling his entire life. Okay, so now I invite you just for 30 seconds. Let's feel the most annoying feeling that we don't want to feel. Anjana, please, game now. Feel being misunderstood, feel being angry, irritated, non-purposeful. Whatever the feeling you said you can't stand, please feel that feeling. Sandeep ji, feel bad for 30 seconds, please. He's smiling. Okay. So when I said feeling, I'm so curious, okay? Did I say close your eyes?
No,
I didn't say that.
I
Right? Are we having feelings when we are going in the train, when we are walking? Somebody's like, I'm going to feel. Why did we assume that? we have to close our eyes and it's something, we are feeling it. Is that how we feel? We are right in front of our husband or whatever. We are yelling, they are yelling. We are feeling so much. Nobody's closing our eyes. Anyway, jokes apart, who was able to feel that feeling that they didn't want to? At least now, did you make one run, Sudhisan?
no, I can't do that. It's only happened naturally. I can't recreate it.
Yeah.
there is some feelings of memory which I can bring back, but I can't bring that.
Yeah, there is memory, but not able to. That's a beautiful observation. Thanks. Okay, that is his thing. What about you, Sonal? You're laughing, so I'm doubting whether you even had that feeling or not. That unmute, please.
I didn't get feeling of bad feeling.
Sandeep ji, you were smiling. Did you feel bad? Were you able to feel the feeling of feeling bad?
No, I was smiling, but simultaneously I was thinking about some bad incidents in my mind, and it was not giving me, some kind of internally I was not feeling well, but my face, maybe my face is smiling, but internally.
But were you able to feel bad?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
that's successful. Okay.
Not very with concentration. I'm totally concentrated with my feeling, but there was some feeling of bad feeling.
I'm sorry to have triggered that. I'm sorry. So this is just for the understanding purposes. I'm sorry. Krishna ji, yes.
Unless you visualize the situation, how can you feel bad for it? So
But
for
even if we
visualization, I have to close
visualize-
my eyes.
Oh, that's why you close your eyes. Okay. So you don't feel bad when your eyes are open in
Not
regular.
like that. That situation, I have to visualize it.
Okay.
For visualization purpose, I have to close it.
Okay, I got you. So you're right. So when we are in that situation, it's so common sense. I don't have to close my eyes. When I'm in that situation, then I will be able to feel. But now you're putting me in a lab environment. You're asking me to feel, so I close my eyes. That's correct. So, which means there has to be some situation that has to be there, right? For us to feel that feeling.
Naturally.
Okay. Natural. Okay. So now, Anjana, what was your experience?
I was happy only. I couldn't.
Couldn't.
Irritated.
Yeah. So all we are trying to see is, we are not trying to make any point, like just that by nature, we need a lot of factors to create some feeling within us. Even if we know, even if we label that this is the feeling I really like from all our past history or whatever we think our character is, we want to feel that feeling, but then after some time we are not able to. So Deesan was not able to feel that at all. Just because I asked him, he was not able to feel that feeling. And when I say like you have to feel the other feeling that we really don't like, definitely Sonal was not able to feel that. And and Krishna ji, he was trying to visualize and trying to feel, and Sandeep, he had to look into something past, and that triggered and all that. So what I'm trying to say is, or what the truth is, feelings have their own mind. They come when they come. They don't come when they don't want to come. Not because we want. You can go sit in the nature all day long. One moment you might feel so blissful, peaceful, but not every day you start going sit there, it becomes a natural thing, normal thing. Then we will choose something else to make us feel that good. So that is why if we run behind the feeling, we keep jumping from one thing to another. So we might, for example, if you take in the negative connotation, like for example, that is how addiction works. Like you want to feel free, we want to feel free from the suffering of whatever is going on. You go from so you go to smoking or something, and then people say, no, use a nicotine or something, something else that's not smoking. But then we are going for as long as we are going for the same feeling thread into something else, we are just changing the route, but we haven't changed the real core thing. So we might go from drinking to smoking, from smoking to movies, from movies to substance, or meditation practices. Because what is happening is we don't want to feel that feeling. And when I do all these things, when I involve in all these things, it helps me not to feel that feeling, and it helps me make me feel good. And I like the version of myself when I put myself through these experiences. That's all is the bottom line. So now the main inference out of this is like, we are not the creators of our feelings. We are not creating our feelings. So when we don't create it, how are we supposed to control it, manage it, or get rid of it? And I will be numb. I might as well be in coma stage, right? Like I don't feel anything. And what kind of life would it be if we are not able to feel any feeling? Well, you might say, yeah, we might say we like the good feelings. Then the thing is, like, if we are liking the good feelings, we will not be able to like a feeling unless we have experienced the other side of it. It's not very philosophical or something. If I have never experienced hunger, I would also never be able to feel something feeling better when I eat something. Right? Then it's only if we are already full, and if we eat something, it only causes indigestion. But then when we are hungry and then we eat the food, then we know what is hunger and what is fulfillment. But what we are saying is we love fulfillment, but we hate hunger, which is not wrong. That is how we are designed. But all we are seeing is one thing cannot exist without the other. Only because we are hungry, we are seeking towards fulfillment. And because we are, after we eat, after some time, that will digest and we will again feel the hunger. So that is a physical need. But even psychologically, any emotion and feeling, like if we don't know what joy is, when we sense, or when we feel the emotion of irritation, it won't be such a big deal. So it is always the same thing in the two ends of the spectrum. So basically, like, we do not have the right or authority to say, okay, these and these are the feelings. Like, for example, the gift basket or buffet system, right? They have everything spread. You can go and pick whatever you want and have in your plate, and you can eat. And that's how we are trying all our life, as though life is a buffet system and we have all those emotions there, but we want to only handpick only our favorite ones. But why is that not working? If that is natural, if that is common, why is that not working? Because it's one and the same. We cannot know what light is if we haven't known what darkness is. So, but then, yes, but just for that, I cannot sign up for feeling awful all the time. So then, next week we will continue how, or what is the mechanism, what is the dynamics of this? Like, how do we really free ourselves? Like, if we are designed to be a feeling beings, if we are naturally, we are driven towards feeling good, and we are driven away feeling bad, if that is our natural design, and if the emotion is going to come by itself, like whether I call it or not, it is coming. And when I really want it, it's not coming. This is what happens, like, when people see all these movies, maybe you might have experienced or not, people have this romanticized feeling about marriage or whatever that is, right? But then even about falling in love, but then when actually things happen, you're not feeling anything that the Bollywood movies claim. So which is real, Bollywood movies or our own life? Our own life is real. But then we cannot demand that feeling. We might be perfectly made for each other, but we may not, no, I'm supposed to feel this. I'm supposed to, oh no, I paid $1,000 for this vacation. I'm supposed to feel joyful. I'm supposed to be peaceful in this natural setting. If Sonal goes crazy like that, I'm entitled to feel this feeling. I paid for it. I worked hard. I have to feel this feeling. That's when it gets such a big joke. But then sometimes we don't even like care. We are in a busy, crazy city. We're waiting for a bus. Everything is mundane, same old, same old. And then there is that moment where, have you ever felt that there is total, like, it's all chaotic, but there is a harmony, there is an order, there is some peaceful, some kind of like quietness, even in that whole chaos. Have you ever experienced even a bit of it, like a glimpse of it? Yeah, actually, theoretically, it's not supposed to be, right? It has to cause agitation, it has to cause irritation, but it's not. And sometimes we know everything is so beautifully put out at home, but then the work, like literally our boss, he really, he was very aggressive or like, misbehaved, a lot of stress. Like, there was Sukumar, he said like so much stress. But then when we come home, you have a spouse that has cooked your favorite dinner, the kids are waiting to play with you, everything is so beautiful. But then we are not able to immediately switch into that feeling. We are supposed to feel grateful, we are supposed to feel joyful, but we are not supposed to feel good. We are not. But then there are other times where we may not even have money. We are like, that it's the end of the month and we have so many things that's piling up and we are so much stressed about all that. But then we are sitting and suddenly we are looking, yeah, that's a favorite movie that's going to come and we are watching that. And we have a favorite snack that's made by our mom. And then suddenly, we feel something else. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not saying we have to feel peaceful when we are in a chaotic thing, or we have to feel, we can avoid feeling chaotic when we are in this thing. All we are trying to say is we literally have no authority to order the dish from the menu. Whatever comes from the kitchen is what we can consume. It's not a buffet, first of all. And second, we don't have option to choose from the menu, even though I know what's my favorite thing and what my not so favorite feeling is. The nature of feeling is like that. So then where does this come from? Then how do we go about this? If we are designed for this, and even if the feeling is designed to be having its own, sense of thing, then how do I handle it? Can I still be joyful even when people don't understand me? I don't have to be, but how do I handle it? So then that's where we come into not changing that irritating feeling into, see, as of now, what we are trying to do is we don't like this feeling, we like this feeling. So now we are trying to suppress that feeling and we are running away, or at least we want to convert that feeling into something. We are thinking that we are magicians and we will, that is what all successful stories say, right? Like you change the failures into success. Yes. But then can you change a irritating feeling into a very free flowing feeling? Or a very like a lazy feeling into productive feeling, or like a annoying feeling into peaceful feeling? So we try to convert. But do we have to convert? Because when I say convert, what I'm trying to say is, okay, even if the situation is chaotic, I will be calm. I will be peace. So there is this Kung Fu Panda 4, I think, the movie. He would be teaching the panda the meditation, right? inner peace, and then it'll say dinner please, because it was like 8 o'clock in the night. So whatever our mind is hooked, that's all we could feel. Inner peace, dinner please. So it's not our fault. But then we are also challenging that, like, how can I be peaceful when the situation is chaotic? But do we have to be peaceful when the situation is chaotic? No. Indirectly, what we are saying is, I don't know how to handle a chaotic situation. And I'm assuming that if I'm peaceful, I would be able to better handle it. So I want peace. But actually, I just want to know how to handle a chaotic situation. So now, if we know the way how to handle a chaotic situation or any situation, would we take that, or would we try to convert the chaos into peace? Anyone?
Converting the chaos into peace.
You would still want to convert chaos into peace, or you would just want to handle it?
Just handle it.
Like, for example, if I give you a magic formula, you will be able to handle this like this. And you're given a chaotic situation. Now, when you know, see, what I'm trying to say is, the whole need for converting goes, first we try to suppress, and then we try to convert, and we say that I have to be like Mataji, even when the whole home, my family is driving me crazy. So we are trying to convert that irritate feeling to peaceful feeling. But indirectly what we are asking is, oh my God, how do I handle this crazy family, or how do I handle this chaos? That's all is the bottom line question. Yes. Then we don't have to care, or there is no need to change that irritate feeling to joyful feeling or something. Yes, agreed. Is that fair, or do you still think we need to convert? Let me give you another example. Like, say, for example, you are very successful, everything is going great, you're awesome. You're like sharing that with everybody. And then people are saying, hey, no, be humble. Like, in the sense, don't feel so on the high. Like tone down. It's not okay to feel all this. So then we don't know what the heck to do. Really, it is making me feel so happy. But I'm supposed to behave like not behave. I'm supposed to feel a different feeling so I can, like, tame it down. But instead of that, like, what really they're saying is, so even when you're like so successful, over the moon, handle it in a balanced way. See things in a level-headedness. When we are feeling so much sorrow, also we are not level-headed. When we are too high over the moon, also we are not level-headed. So basically, we just want to handle things level-headedly. That's all we need. Not to change the way we think, that in order to handle things level-headedly, we need to change the chemistry in our brain. We need to change the feeling of irritation to joy or peace. We have to change this feeling into this and that. See, obviously, when we feel understood, we will feel joyful. That is true. But the reverse is not true. Even if we work hard that is why explanation is not working, Anjana, because we think that in our rational heads, when I explain, it will make them understand, and then I can feel joyful. And in order to feel joyful, we are explaining. But then the more we explain, it's like, how can you make somebody, if they had the capacity to understand, they would have understood here without that explanation. So sometimes what we really chase and seek is what is holding us back from having it. Anyway, so
Hema.
Yes.
Okay. Being it works towards a nice feeling. works towards a fulfillment. Is it same?
We will see that. So there is a place where we work towards fulfillment, where there is a place, how much ever work you want to feel the feeling of fulfillment. Again, you're asking for a feeling. As long as you're like, say, for example, I can work to, I have a Highlander old style car, but I want a Tesla. I can work towards that. Okay. I can do something. I can work towards that. But can I work
No,
towards
example,
how I'm going to supposedly feeling when I get the Tesla? Can I work towards that?
Okay, I'll give you another example. Okay, morning I wake up, let's say I got 10 work. So I managed to finish everything by 5 or 6. So I managed to clear all my work. There's a kind of fulfillment happening within me. Is it right? Is it okay to have that feeling? But it's a natural feeling. I didn't
See,
ask
any
it to be.
feeling is, that's what we will get into. Any feeling is okay to have. As long as we want a different feeling other than what we have, that is when we have a problem. Say, for example, you're completing all your work at 6 o'clock, right? You're naturally feeling fulfilled. You're feeling fulfilled. Is there anything wrong? No. But what we are understanding is, oh, when I work every day at 6 o'clock, say for one day, you don't feel fulfilled.
Okay.
Then we start to think, oh, I'm supposed to feel fulfilled, but it's not.
That is okay. That is what I understand.
See, then how can you tell? Maybe, yeah, you work till 6 o'clock. Maybe that work is not like the fulfilling work. So whatever you're feeling, it's very innocent, it's very true. But we have these conditions like, oh, I'm supposed to feel like this. So that's what I'm trying to say is, it's a one-way street. So there is no right or wrong. We will feel whatever, like we will get to know. See, the food is coming from the kitchen. We don't know. We did not order that food. We are thinking that our working till 6 o'clock is causing that. Most of the times, yes. But sometimes it could surprise us. So that is not in our hands, I'm saying. But yes, we have to work till 6 o'clock. We can, because if you get away at 2 o'clock and go watch a movie, obviously you know for yourself that that's not the right thing. So working till 6 o'clock is like kind of like a default. But what is not default is, even if I work till 6 o'clock, am I always going to get that same emotion? That you can't guarantee.
What is the solution? So what is the solution here? Is it okay to be fulfilled?
No.
Is it okay to be naked all the time?
Yeah. So as long as we are doing the work for the work, we are intelligent. If we are doing the work for that emotion, we are begging. We are beggars, because sometimes we might get what we want. Sometimes we may not get what we want, and sometimes we won't get anything at all. And that is not the right way. Like, for example, yes, if I do the good things, I will feel good. Yes, I won't feel horrible. Yes. But if I start doing things only to feel good, that's that's a problem. So we will discuss that in next class. And also there is a way beyond. There is a field beyond whether we work for work or work for that feeling. There is another field where we can operate. Once we have this freedom, that's when we really free. Freedom is basically, now we are all like beggars. We are doing anything or not doing anything for this feeling. Once we know how to handle the feeling, then our focus will go towards doing the right thing. And we will not care about so much about how we feel, what we supposed to feel, and what we should run away from. That is true freedom. So we are slowly progressing towards that. And then we will see, after we understand all this, then we say, oh, then we can connect enlightenment or liberation or whatever that is. So now we don't even have to go into those terms. Like, basically we are all human feeling beings, and we run the show only for, like, what is procrastination? It's basically people put away things doing, like I procrastinate in something but I don't procrastinate in everything. I will never procrastinate in the things that I like to do, I want to do. But I will procrastinate as much as I can until they put a trigger on my head and like, you have to do this. Either it becomes urgent or it will get away from me. So it is always a feeling, because I feel bored when I engage in those kind of work, then I procrastinate, whatever may be the reason. So now we will, what the takeaway or the action point is the reflection. Whenever you do something, you can reflect like, okay, what is that I'm doing it for? That is why, like, sometimes when moms do for their children, we say unconditional. What is unconditional? It's not about like giving. They don't care what they are feeling. Like when the baby is getting up in the middle of the night, it's both mom and dad. When they change the diapers, they don't care about how they are feeling. They do what needs to be done. But we cannot be like that all the time. But you know, that is what is basically is. That is why we feel like, even if we are annoying, if a friend is able to be with us, hang out with us, and listen to us, we feel so good. So they don't care about how we are making them feel, and that is making us feel good. So it is both ways. So next week we will also discuss how we are, whether we are capable. See, first of all, we are not even able to create our own feelings. Something is coming out of the kitchen, we can't choose the menu from the menu, but then we are complaining about how other people are making us feel. So slowly, after understanding ourselves, then we will understand the dance and dynamics between how we are relating to other people, what is going on in their kitchen. They have no clue. But then we are all like zombies like this, interacting, thinking that we are the people who are creating everything. But we have a space where we create. We have a space where we have a choice. We have a space where we do. So we will discuss all that in the next week. Good. Thank you so much for coming in today and participating. It was very lively. And if you have any conflicting ideas also, Krishna ji, because I see some questions in your face, maybe we can discuss it during the next session. We will clear it through. And one more thing is, takeaway is, see how these feelings are playing and see if you can hold on to a particular feeling for longer time. Your favorite feeling. Can we hold on to something as much as we want? Can we hold on to a feeling? That is the kind of a takeaway point from today. Thank you everyone.